George P. Belitsos arrived in Ames in 1971 to enter a PhD program at Iowa State after completing 2 degrees at the University of Cincinnati. His arrival spawned more than 50 years of continued dedication to improving the lives of troubled children, youth, and families in Ames, Story County, and across Iowa. The agency he founded, YSS, grew from Iowa's first runaway and youth emergency center to become a full spectrum of programs and services to support and advocate for children and youth from infancy to independence. In 1971, amidst a backdrop of the Vietnam anti-war protests at Iowa State, Ames saw an increase in all forms of risky behavior by young people. The Ames ISU campus YMCA was tasked to find someone to address these arising issues. The board decided to hire 23-year-old George Belitsos. The job paid minimum wage and also served as George's 2 years of alternative service as a conscientious objector. After observing an extensive dialogue with the Ames campus town runaway and homeless youth, George proposed a drop-in center for young people. George created Bus Stop, named for its aim to reduce busts amongst youth and for its proximity to the Ames bus station. George obtained donations for rent, plus musical instruments, a pool table, a room filled with waterbeds, furniture, and food. In the first 3 months of operation, the program recorded 5,550 drop-ins. George observed that some teens had no safe place to sleep at night and proposed opening Iowa's first youth emergency shelter. The YMCA gave the okay, but George had to raise the funding. The shelter house opened in 1973 and was filled from the start, and that one house served more than 10,000 different teens during George's tenure. After operating under the Campus Y for 2 years, George formed a 9-member board of directors. In June 1976, Youth and Shelter Services became a 501c3 nonprofit corporation. YSS quickly expanded, opening 6 outreach counseling centers in surrounding counties. In 1979, YSS purchased 2 large homes in Old Town Ames and created the Youth Recovery House. Soon after opening, the former Budd Mansion was placed on the National Register of Historic Places. When the City Hall moved to its current location in the 1990s, YSS purchased the century-old municipal building and remodeled it for their headquarters. George also embraced preservation by leading YSS in securing National Historic Register status for this building. The inside was restored to the original plan, and the Icarus Fountain was erected at the corner of 5th and Kellogg. During George's tenure, YSS received recognition and awards for outreach, as well as leadership for statewide public health and tobacco control. In addition, YSS was visited by First Lady Nancy Reagan in 1982 and First Lady Hillary Clinton in 1992. Throughout his time advocating for youth, George has testified before congressional committees investigating juvenile delinquency and child poverty, as well as various state legislative committee hearings. In 2012, George was awarded an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree from Iowa State University for exceptional leadership, outstanding service, and effective advocacy for the young people of Ames, Iowa, and the nation. He is now fondly called Dr. George by friends and former YSS clients, staff, and board. Since his retirement on January 1st, 2016, George has served on the board of 7 nonprofits, 2 state commissions, and 1 anti-slavery and trafficking international board. George has earned numerous awards and recognitions for his tireless advocacy for youth, as well as his leadership against human trafficking. George's commitment to youth advocacy has changed an untold number of lives across the state of Iowa. His dedication and leadership to serving all youth will continue to inspire others for generations to come. the Ames History Museum is pleased to present the Ames History Maker Award to Dr. George P. Belitsos.